Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to another Raging Reality video, where tonight, ladies and gentlemen, after listening to Madame Guillotine roughly 3 more times before deciding that I think I had the mental fortitude to put that song down for a while, it's about time we moved on, and to be honest, it's almost created a little bit of an interesting problem as we go forward, is that how do you follow up from something like Madame Guillotine? What direction do you go? What can you do next? Well, that's what we're going to find out. But I have faith, ladies and gentlemen, I have confidence in Saxon that they can follow up something that is almost undeniable with something understatable, if that's even a word. So let's go for it. Fire and Steel. In fact, wasn't it that's a Manowar album, isn't it? Fire and Steel? The Triumph of Fire and Steel. Yeah, that's gotta be what it is. Do you reckon Saxon are big Manowar fans? I do. So here we go. Come on. Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna do that again. I'm gonna try and keep my mouth shut and try to avoid like going into have some sort of Mania episode again. We're not doing that again. It's amazing, ladies and gentlemen, because Sheffield, I've never heard of a song that is so passionate about Sheffield before. And that's with no sarcasm either. This is the most passionate I've heard anybody ever be about Sheffield in my lifetime. And I'm not going to try and be too mean to them, because Newcastle, my hometown, beat them 8-0 at Sheffield United's home ground a number of months ago, but Let's not get bogged down with who beat who at football. Let's just remind ourselves that Sheffield is the 4th largest city in the UK. It is the steel capital of the UK, and it's also referred to as the music capital of the UK as well, and not without good reason. In fact, I think, wasn't there like a famous movie? I think it was like called Keys or something like that. It was about this boy and this canary, and it was all growing up during the 1970s in Sheffield, or something like that. But are you kidding? These guys are like, wow, that's like, that energy is like explosive.
Lifting and shifting the weight of the city, chipping and moving their steel across the world. Man and machine never stop, forging the steel of the clock. Fire and steel, make you smile.
bless Sheffield, ladies and gentlemen. God bless them all. And you know what? This is why, ladies and gentlemen, I absolutely love metal so much. This is also why I absolutely love this is why I've made the shift, ladies and gentlemen, to almost talking exclusively about modern new releases, because the industry has never been more prospering. There has never been a period apart from right now where there is more experimentation, there is more proudness of where you come from. There is nearly nearly some sick nearly came up. There has never been a period before where there is literally this much energy and this much passion gone into this. And you know what? Music that has this much passion and fury and fire and metal and steel inside it, there are ways that this stuff will never turn old. Because you know what? God bless Sheffield, ladies and gentlemen, because that is just... have these guys ever put a foot wrong yet? Because remember, I went through the whole of Crusader, and I didn't think there was a single weak song anywhere to be found. Period. Not in the songs, but there was just never a moment where I felt like these guys had been spent or anything like that. These guys were putting it about like you wouldn't believe. And now we've got to contend with the fact that we're already 4 songs into this album and there's only like 10 involved. So we are going at lightning speed to just cover the absolute, the carnage, the glamour, the fortune, the fame of hellfire and damnation. Don't you pray for my soul anymore, ladies and gentlemen, because it's 2 minutes to 20 past 9. The hands of Raison to blah, blah, blah. Saxon, ladies and gentlemen. Need I say more?